Hey guys, it's Jen. Thank you so much for joining me today on my channel. Today I have a project share for you, and this is all thanks to my friend Gina, who is Scrapinology. Thank you so much, Gina. She she knew I would love this die set just because she knows what I like, and she was so thoughtful and messaged me when it became available on the Greetery, and I ordered it right away because I loved it. And this is the die set that I'm talking about. It's all taken apart right now, but it makes all these cute little sweet treats. I will link it down below. Apparently, it had been out of stock for a while, and it had come back in stock, so she knew I would like it, and I do. So it's got lots of different like cookie pieces, and the website has some beautiful examples of like little Linzer torts and just really cute confections. And you can make them like Christmassy or just like any kind of holiday or just, normal time. So that's what I did, and I wanted to show you what I made. I also, while I was on the website, I found this graham cracker die, and it's just really fun. I love anything with a scalloped edge like that, and I thought this would make some cute projects as well. I will also link this down below. So let me show you the different things I made, and I will show you the different materials I used to make them in case you're interested in recreating them. The first set I made are these mini like Pop-Tarts. Now, Pop-Tarts, as far as I remember, and I'm not stretching because I had one last week, they do not have a scalloped edge. They have like a straight edge, right? But I think these look like Pop-Tarts anyway. I love the scalloped edge. I used the smaller little die that's right there. And I cut it out of 3mm foam, and it made it look like a little pastry. So the top, I used some 3D puffy paint from Walmart to make it look like icing. And then I just sprinkled on some glitter and some sprinklets from Buttons Galore. So let me show you the different ones that I made. I made two different kinds of this one. This is like a grape-themed one. Do they have grape Pop-Tarts? Not that I remember. And strawberry, obviously. And I also inked the edges to make them look like slightly baked, like Pop-Tarts look like when you open the package. So the foam that I used, I'll just show you a sample. It's a big sheet. I get from Etsy, and I will link it down below from, I think it's Wandy Foam. Erica Scrap Diva 29 had originally mentioned this foam, and I'm so glad she did because it's wonderful. It always cuts out so nicely, and it's just perfect. So I'd highly recommend that foam. I also used these 2 packs of sprinklets from Buttons Galore that they sent me as part of their design team, and I just picked out the strawberries and the grapes. The sprinkles, they were a little bit big, like the long pieces, so I just cut them in half with scissors, and they cut easily, so don't worry about that. For the glitter, I used this one for the pink ones, and this I had gotten at Walmart a while ago. Love this glitter. You want to use glitter that's not super fine, but just, just regular glitter. Not too chunky either. And I think I used this one or this one for the grape glitter. I really don't remember. I think it was this one. But this is a Martha Stewart set that I had gotten at Michael's a long time ago. It came with all different colors. It also came with this one that I used for some of the other projects here. So there are those. This is the paint from Walmart, and it's really cheap. It's just a couple of bucks, and it works really great. It takes a long time to dry, so, give it at least 4 hours. So I think dry flat for 4 hours. But, overnight would be better, especially if you glop it on like I did on some of them. So, yeah, this is in the craft section. So, and for the inking, I used antique linen on the edges, and I just used one of my brushes that I got from In Love Art Shop. And that was fun. super fun to make these. All right, let's spin it around and I'll show you. Whoops, get back here some more. I'll show you the other things. These were actually the first Pop-Tarts I made, and this one I used the same glitter, same paint, same foam. Yeah, and these were the different like greenish sprinkly ones. It looks like purple there, but yeah. I think it's just because of the way the light's reflecting. But yeah, I thought those came out so cute. And once I made those, I thought, oh, I could add some cute little fruit sprinkles to them. Now, I was thinking they needed like a icing swirl on them, but my husband said Pop-Tarts don't have them, but I think some flavors do, right? Anyway, that was my second grouping of Pop-Tarts, actually my first one. This is a big s'more I made. Look how cute that is. Doesn't it look real? For this one, I used some foam that I got at Joann's over the weekend, and I'll just show you the piece. It looks like this. This is called Light Tan, and this is 2mm foam. And I just cut that out twice with the graham cracker die from the Greetery. And then for the other pieces, for the marshmallow, I had some 5mm foam that I had gotten from, I really don't remember, Hobby Lobby maybe. And I hardly ever use 5mm. I don't know. This particular one does not cut very well from dies, so I don't really use it that much. But for this, I just cut a piece that would, fit inside, and then I just kind of like trimmed the edges a little bit and then inked it with some Vintage Photo Distress Oxide just to make it look a little toasted. And then for the chocolate, I used another piece of foam that I had gotten from Joann's this weekend, and that's the color. It's called Brown. And it was a little bit too thin, so I just folded it, and you can't even really tell. There's a fold line there, and I glued it. So I thought that was a good thickness. And then, yeah, I inked the edges of the graham cracker with Vintage Photo as well. And I think it really looks like a s'more. I intend to use this on like a summer display in my house. I'm thinking you could also, I don't know, maybe not this thick, but make a card out of it too, like on the front of a card. I have some s'more stamps, so I was thinking do something like that. So, but anyway, I'll come back to that. So that's my giant s'more, kind of life size. These are the cute little like Linzer Tort kind of cookies, but I made them with like shakers and different fillings on the inside, and I'll just show you how I made them. These I used some ivory paper, and this is paper that I had gotten from Tuesday Morning a while back. Let me just show, oh, so sorry. That's what it looks like. It's a pad of just ivory paper, and it's a really pretty shade of ivory. So I used that and just cut it out. Let me get this over here, of the different shapes of the circles. So there's a snowflake one, a star, and a heart. So to make them into shakers, I would cut them out of the ivory cardstock and then out of the 3mm foam, put some acetate in between them and glued them, and then I put a blank circle one on the back. And I love that it comes with a backing piece right there. So that's so handy. And then once you put let's just start with the shaker. Once you, put the acetate and cardstock and foam together, you turn it over before the backing's on and fill it with some glitter or whatever, shaker bits, and then you put the backing on and glue it, and you have a little shaker. And I inked the edges again. I think I used Vintage Photo for this one. I don't think it was antique linen, just very lightly. I used lots of different shaker bits. I used small glitter, as you can see. That's from Creative Mojo Wholesale Studio, and some diamond dots as well, just to keep it shaking along. Actually, I don't know if there are diamond dots in this one. I think this is just glitter. So there's that one. And I did not put any like decorations on the outside just because I liked how it looked blank, or just kind of like a clean look like that. But some of them I did put glitter on the edges. So when they were all done, I rolled them in Mod Podge, just like this. I put it on a paper plate and just rolled it in. And then I rolled it in some glitter. And this one I used this glitter that I'd gotten from Walmart. Mommy Loves Gigi had recommended this, and it is a great glitter. It's called Snowy Surprise. It's kind of iridescent, and I like that look. This one, I didn't make a shaker, but I did cut out a foam piece of the backing, and then before I put the top piece on, I put some of this Martha Stewart, what's this called? Glitter paste. And this I had gotten on clearance at Michael's a while ago. So anyway, I just put that on the foam and then put the top on top just to kind of make it look like frosting a little bit. So there's how I did that one. Here's another one that I did the edges, but this one I just used some like sugary glitter. And this is my favorite glitter of all time. You've probably heard me say that before. This is from Michael's, from Creatology. It's just plain white glitter. Really, really nice. Just perfect for like sugar looking, you know. I've got this a long time ago. I'm not sure if they still have it. I had rested some pink thing painted, you know, to dry there. So that's why it's pink. But anyway, I love this one because I think it really looks like sugar. Like I like the iridescent one too, but I think this looks like more cookie-like, you know. All right, let me see. Let me find a different one. This one has some bugle beads in it and some diamond dots and seed beads. So this one's very shaky. Love it. Adorable, right? This one I did like different aquas and teals of diamond dots, and I think there's a little glitter in there too. Can't really tell. Also with the sugared glitter. And this one has the iridescent glitter. It's just really nice and chunky, you know. And then this, where's the one? Oh, here it is. Okay. This one, I really like the inside. I hope it comes through. Isn't that pretty, just the way it shines? That I used the glacier paste from Nouveau that I'd recently gotten and shared with you guys some other projects I made. This one is called Frosted Petal, and it's just a really, really pretty glittery pink that is just pink. It has a little bit of gold, but it doesn't have like iridescence. So I really like this color. I think it looks really pretty for like projects like this. And this one I actually used 2mm pink foam on the inside, which is not glued properly there, but just to see if it would look kind of like jelly-ish, you know. So I love that, the glacier paste on that though. And then this one I used some sequins just to see how that would be. I think they're a little bit too big. I prefer like glitter and diamond dots and seed beads inside. But on the edges, I rolled this in Mod Podge as well, but then I put some of, actually no, this one did not have Mod Podge. It just has the glacier paste. So I just rubbed that on the sides. And I just like the shiny, like jelliness of it. And I put some on the top as well. So those are my cute little cookies. I like them on this little plate. I'm totally hungry right now looking at all these. All right, so let's move on to the last one. These are the little s'mores, and I just love them. They're so cute, right? Look, doesn't that look real? I think so. The way I did it was I cut out some of that 2mm light tan foam from Joann's, and with the Greetery die. And then there's a piece of chocolate die. It's like a section of a Hershey bar, it looks like. It's that like rectangle one under there. And then you can emboss it with these pieces as well. One says sweet and one says hugs. I had a little bit of a hard time figuring out how to emboss it, but once I figured out to use foam, it worked fine. I tried it on paper at first and it just wouldn't work. So I think it's made for foam. Unless I was doing it wrong, but I tried lots of different ways, and the only way I could get it to work was by using foam. But anyway, I did that, and then I used some of the like negative pieces from these cookies, like the heart. I took the foam piece and inked it with some, I think it was Vintage Photo. Could have been Antique Linen. I think it was Vintage Photo. Anyway, put that on the edge of them to look like marshmallows, glued them on top, and then I thought I'd add some of that puffy paint to make it look like the marshmallow was melting. And this one wasn't looking so great, so I figured, all right, anytime that you want to hide some flaws, add some glitter. So I just brushed it with some Mod Podge and then threw on some of that sugar glitter. So I think it looks better like that. So this is one that I made that I just used paper for the top, and then I added a layer. This was the first one I made, so I didn't have the foam yet. I added like some of that corrugated paper to look like chocolate before I got the foam. So and then I added a piece of white foam to look like a marshmallow and some more of that paper. So I think that kind of looks like a sandwich. There's a marshmallow die in here that I cut out twice and inked it. So yeah, a little bit different. I like it. Here is one that I also made with the puffy paint, but I did not add any glitter. I did add some Mod Podge on it, and it wasn't regular Mod Podge for this. It was this one. That's like glossy accents. That's what I used to make it look a little shiny. Actually, I did that with this one as well, not regular Mod Podge. And yeah, there's some puffy paint there, but it kind of like sunk into the cracks of the chocolate. So I think that looks kind of real, you know? Super cute. I love these. Love. And then this one, my son, who is 17 years old, by the way, he wanted to eat this so bad, even when I told him it was fake. But this is a gummy bear that I'd gotten as a free gift from Happy Kawaii Supplies on Etsy. And I just nestled him in a little dollop of that puffy paint. So who wouldn't want a s'mores with the gummy bear on it, right? So totally, totally adorable, I think. So I've been showing these like one by one on Instagram, but I wanted to show you guys them all together and show you the different products that I used in case you're interested in making these yourself. Again, thank you so much to Gina for telling me about these dies. I love this crafty community. We're all trying to help each other and share ideas, and I just couldn't be happier. So thank you so much for watching. I will leave the product links down below. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'd love to help if I can. They're really, really fun to make, so I hope you give them a try. So thanks again, and I'll be back soon with another crafty video. Take care, guys. Bye.